watch, and then if we want to go back and do parts, I will do that. So first thing is we're going to make a 3x4x6 box. I'm going to just start a new car. Evan, did you get your car? Your car's done, right? Okay. All right, so we're going to do 3x4. So I guess it kind of is if it's not going to make Okay. So 3x4, and then I'm going to extrude this to 6. So that's our first part. All right, and then I'm going to make a sketch on the side. So I'm just going to start on the side, and it's going to look like I've got directions here, like step by step how to do it. But I'm just going to kind of go to the end and show this final sketch. I thought I put a final sketch. So here's the whole sketch. So I'm just going to use this. I'm going to make my line tool first, and I'm just going to click. I'm going to make these lines. Then I'm going to make a circle. I'm going to make this circle. I'm going to do this arc down at the bottom. So I'm just going to draw it in rough first. I'm going to take my line. I'm going to go up, down. I'm going to avoid constraints for now. I'm going to draw a circle here. And this is going to be tangent. So I'm going to make that tangent. I want to extend this. So, oh wait, that's not going to work. So just extend that here. There's another circle up at the top. And then I've got a little arc down at the bottom. So I'm making sure that I click on the edges. All right, now if I pull this up, I can start using dimensions. So for this, 0.25 to 0.5. So I'd click on the point at the bottom. 0.25 here to the point is 0.5. And I believe it says to make it tangent. No, it's a radius of 1. I'll do a radius of 1 right there. Now I go back. I'm going to look for the points of this. So this one's 1. So I can dimension this point. From here to the bottom is 1. I'm going to do all my verticals first. So that's 1. I go to this next point. It's 1.5. I'm just going to keep looking here. I've got 1.25, so it drops a quarter of an inch. All right, and then my circle is at 1.625. And this circle up here is at 2.25. So I've got this all laid out vertically. Now I got to do my horizontal. So this first one I don't need to because it's locked in there. The second one, I'm going to go find the point. I go down, it's 2.75. This one, it got moved, but that's okay. I'll just keep going. So 2.75, this is 3. And then my circle is 4.2. Now this is all weird now, so I'm just going to trim this. I'm going to take my trim tool and trim that, and this line I don't need it. All right, now we've got this little canopy thing, so I'm going to use my 3-pointed arc and do this. So I just got to connect the two circles, and then another one, it goes from the top, goes all the way down here, like that. Now I use my tangent constraint, which we should be getting used to using now. And the document tells you make a tangent here to here, make a tangent with the circle, make a tangent with these circles. This is missing a dimension because I didn't do the horizontal here. So I go and I find it is 2.5. Oh, and the diameter, it's 0.5. All right, this is fully constrained, but this is missing something, and so that is the radius of 2.5. All right, so now I've got this all sketched out. I can trim this part of the circle off because I don't need it. And I can just extrude this now. So I can extrude the stuff that I don't want. I want that to stay, and I want this gone. I choose remove through all. And now I've got like the body of my car. All right. Now the next part, we make a mirror plane. So we're going to make a mirror plane on either side. And I'm just going to turn off my other planes. Mirror plane, mid plane. I click on one side and I click on the other, and I should have a plane down the middle. Okay? And actually before that was the next part. Now we're doing these wheels. So we're going to cut the wheels out, or the wheel wells. So you've got the sketch here. You've got everything that you need. You can go through the steps. Remember, if you skip a step, it gets confusing. Okay, but I'm going to draw two circles, and then I'm going to start putting dimensions in. So it doesn't matter what side I do it on, but I'm going to draw two circles that have no constraints on them for right now. The two diameters, 1.5 for the front, 1.75 for the back. 1.5, 1.75. Now, these are on the same line, so I can use my horizontal constraint like that. And also, it says this is coincident to the back. So this circle crosses the back. So what I got to do is take my coincident tool, click the point, and click my circle, and it should move it over. And then I've got to dimension this, our vertical dimension, which right here is 0.25, and that should fully constrain our circles. Oh, one more thing. I need this, and that's 4. Click the check, extrude. I'm going to remove. I believe the distance is 0.25. So I remove that. And then the next thing I'm going to do is mirror. So I'm going to mirror these two parts. So mirror, I'm going to choose feature, extrude, mirror plane here, click the check, and now I've got it on both sides. Alright, I'm going to put the wheel holes through the middle. Basically, I just need to find the center point of both circles and make a 0.25 inch hole that goes all the way through. Pretty easy. So I start a sketch on this plane inside the car. Use. the circle, the circle. I'm going to make two circles that use the center points, make them equal, and dimension one of them to 0.25. Remove. I want to just cut the holes. So now those go all the way through. All right, so now we've got, we're going to do these headlights. This is my favorite part of the car. I think this is a really cool part. So I'm going to make a sketch on the front and make these two circles. And they've got a diameter of 0.6 and they're 0.5 in on either side. So I'm going to start a sketch here. I'm going to get that plane out of the way that we made. We don't need it anymore. So I'm going to make two circles that are on this line and dimension from the inside 0.5, or from the outside, I guess, 0.5. These are equal and they have a diameter of 0.6. All right, now when I extrude these, I really just have to extrude the top, but I'm going to flip the direction, and instead of blind, I'm going to say up to next. And what that does is it just goes back until it runs into the face that's behind it. So it leaves it like that. Right? That's that part. Now I'm going to do a revolve cut. Okay? So we're going to make a circle. We're going to share the center point. We're going to make that diameter 0.5. So I'm going to start a sketch here on this face. I'm going to use the two circles so I get the center point. Here and here. Make those equal. And diameter 0.5. And I'm going to make a line. I have to make a line right down the middle. So I find the center point, go over like that. But now I've got halves of these. I'm going to choose revolve, choose the top half of the circle, revolve axis is the middle, and I choose remove, and I get these cool little like cut out headlights. We're getting close, okay? The next thing we're going to do is make like the car so it's not a square. So we're going to draw these little arcs in here. So what we do is we start a sketch on the front, that same plane. I'm going to use the side of the car so it draws a line in, a vertical line. And I'm going to take my 3-point arc, start at the bottom, go up, and I'm just going to let it be like that. Now I'm going to make it tangent. And I'm going to give it a diameter, I can't remember what it is, of 6 inches. So I've got this weird shape, but right now it won't cut. But what I can do is I can just connect these lines, trim the extra off. So I've got that shape. And now when I select this, I choose remove, drag it all the way through. Now the car has this like profile on the side which looks a little more realistic. But it looks like it would fall over right now, so we have to mirror it. So we do mirror, feature mirror, choose extrude 6. The mirror plane is plane 1 that we created. That was our mirror plane. So we click the check. And our car is starting to look like a car. Okay, the last piece that we do is our fillet. So we had to fill it, and we've got to do it all the way around, and it's 0.125. So we do fill it, 0.125. We click here, here, here. That should take it all the way around. We flip it over, here, here, here. It goes all the way back. Now we've got our car. This is the completed car.